Jacob, thank you very much for joining us in the midweek spotlight. It was a 2-point weekend. The Sunday in particular, an excellent performance for you. But first of all, we're going to start with the game against Manchester Storm on Saturday. A disappointing result considering the first two periods were really tight.
Yeah, definitely a disappointing loss for us. I felt like we had a good 40 minutes and put ourselves in a good spot heading into the third period, and then to come out and give up that shorthanded goal, kind of took the air out of our sails and couldn't really recover, and then we got into penalty trouble, and the rest is history. But it's like I said, I thought we had a good 40 minutes and put ourselves in a good spot. Just unfortunately couldn't pull through.
We often talk about these turning points in games, and that really was. Dallas Earhart's short-handed goal at that point really did seem to be a turning point. But beforehand, the atmosphere was great in the arena on Saturday night, wasn't it? Was the team aware of that? Did the team vibe a lot from that?
Yeah, definitely. There's a good buzz in the rink for the first two periods and the start of the third, obviously. And it's pretty unfortunate that happened. That we did, let that win slip through our fingers. But credit to the fans. That was a fun game for most of it, and they brought a lot of energy, and we definitely felt that. I mean, we noticed that every night, and it's like I said, that was definitely a big disappointing loss for us.
And the coach talked about this quite often this season, the 40-minute game that the team seemed to be playing at times, extending that to the 60 minutes. We saw a big difference on the Sunday. It seems to be the way that it all seems to be the away game at the moment. Did the coach have a word with you at all? Was there much said? Did he express anything before going into that game? Because it was a fantastic performance from the team on Sunday, 7-3 against Dundee. Yeah,
we had a little meeting on Sunday morning before we left, or I guess Sunday afternoon before we left, and we talked about stuff, and we had a different feeling when we showed up on Sunday. We had we felt confident even after what happened on Saturday night, and you could tell things were going to go well for us Sunday from the time we got on the bus. There's a different vibe about us, and that felt good, and obviously it showed on Sunday night.
Well, did that vibe and that chat have a big impact on yourself? Because you really got off to an absolute blazer in that game. There was a fight early doors as well, 2 goals for yourself. You got the Gordie Howe hat-trick in general as well. It was nearly an actual hat-trick. First and foremost, tell us a bit about your memories of that fight, because it was very early in the game. Was there a kind of vibe that kind of thing was happening?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wanted to start the game off like that. If I could find a fight early, I was going to, and Hernick, I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah, he did well.
Sorry if I butchered that, but it was just a matter of him, willing to go, and he was, and we had a good fight to start the game off, and I think it brought some energy to the rink, and then Oz, maybe not even 2 minutes later, there was a real buzz in the arena, and I think it carried through our team, and like I said, I think that was part of the vibe. We were going to come out a little nasty. We were obviously a little upset about Saturday, and there was something different about us Sunday, and I think those 2 fights, and we were physical to start, and I think it was a good start to the game for us.
Well, and it wasn't just that grit that you brought in, and yourself personally, you end up scoring 2 goals very quickly. It's quite a good way to lead a team. Can you tell us about your first goal as well? Was the puck just dropped for you there, didn't it? We still needed to get that little bit of leverage on it as well. A nice well taken first goal.
Yeah, the guys on the power play towards the end of the first period, we were moving around well, and got to Landon for his patented one-timer, and it ended up going a little wide, and it bounced off the boards up into Cam Burt's stomach, and I think he tried to put it in, but it ended up just dropping right on my backhand, and I was lucky enough to put it upstairs. I think it went off the D-man's stick and right upstairs, but that was a good feeling. Obviously good feeling for me, but I think the team, we needed that going into the intermission with the lead.
Now everyone likes to talk about the Gordie Howe hat-trick, and it's a real character hat-trick. It's a big thing for anyone in a team. At that point, are you aware of that? Do you go like, oh, hey, I only need a little assist here?
Yeah, after the goal, some guys said that in the huddle, and I just kind of laughed it off. I mean, obviously it's not something I'm looking for during the game. I'm worried about playing the game, but the guys had said some things after my goal that I just need the assist, and like I said, just kind of shrugged it off. But when I ended up with the assist, guys knew, and it was kind of a fun little thing on the bench. But you know, we knew we had to deal with the task at hand, and that's the 2 points, and that's all that really matters in the end.
Well, obviously your assist is actually the penultimate goal of the game, whereas actually straight after that first goal you get another one again, and you just find yourself in a bit of space there. Were you thinking this is going to be a goal? I know you had Adam Brace on the wing there. What were your options? At what point did you think, no, I'm going to try and stick this 5-hole?
Off the face-off, I kind of won that battle, and we were off 2-on-1 from the top of our circles in our D zone, and I was looking to pass honestly the whole way, and that D-man just kind of took Bracer away, so I had a clear lane to the net, and didn't really have much of an angle, so I decided I was going 5-hole, because even if he stops it, there's still a rebound there for guys coming late. So I just stuck her 5-hole, and lucky enough to go in, and that's all she wrote.
You thinking I'm going to get 6 tonight? Is that going through your mind at any point?
I don't know. I don't think that's ever crossed my mind to get 6 goals in a game. But you know, I felt good Sunday. I started off with a fight, and then obviously the 2 goals. I was feeling it a little bit, and you know, I was just focused on keeping that going.
What was great to see about the game as well as in previous weeks, there's been a lot of dependency potentially on one particular line with Brooks and Schofield, but to see such a nice spread of goals. Brooks did get 2 himself, you got 2 in that line as well, and the new guy Lapine, Robert, gets 2 goals as well. He opens up his debut goal and then gets another one. He must have been delighted, and the team must have been really delighted for that. And the new guy coming in is never easy.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think that was only his 3rd day in the country, so I mean, I know it was tough for me to get adjusted for a little while, so I'm sure it wasn't easy, but to see Lapine get 2 goals was very nice. He played very well, and you know, it's no secret that we rely on that top line to score a lot, and we need some secondary scoring. So you know, for him to come in and chip 2 goals in is very nice. It's a welcome addition to the lineup, and he's fitting in very well.
And talking about getting a nice spread on goals, you've got all your 3 lines scoring there as well, but for a D-man to step up, and a really nice finish from Craig Sescombe, was it? He looked absolutely delighted.
I think he was obviously very happy, but you know, Craig's a guy that when he scores, everyone's over the top excited. You know, he's one of those guys. He doesn't score much, but when he does, you know, guys get real excited for him, and I think you could tell from the huddle after the goal that everyone was very excited, and you know, that's good to see. Like I said, we need that secondary scoring, so it was a good thing.
So good to see guys scoring for the first time. We mentioned Lapine, a new man in. There is another player as well coming in, has been announced now as well. Poulin's been announced. What is your views on another guy coming in? It's another D-man. People maybe wouldn't have expected that with the injuries to forwards. How do you feel that will affect the team at the moment?
No, I've actually played with Felix before in Alaska my rookie year. We actually lived together, so I know him pretty well, and he messaged me, said he was coming, and you know, obviously I was very excited. He's a very good D-man. He is pretty close to a point per game in this league last year, and you know, obviously anytime you insert that kind of firepower into a lineup, it's welcome, and you know, I obviously it's a D-man, and we do have plenty of D-men, but I think it'll add a little competition to that back end, I would guess. I mean, I guess I'm not sure what the plan is going forward, but anytime you could add a D-man who had 50 points in this league last year into a lineup, it's never going to be a bad thing.
Really interesting to see all the Scottish teams recruiting within the last couple of weeks, all looking to strengthen, all really gunning for this league. Edinburgh Capitals, their troubles have been well known, but a goaltender coming in, Clan take them on this Saturday. Dundee as well recruited 2 new players. Fife even bringing in Brady Ramsey. It's really that end of the season now, isn't it? Everyone's really ramping up here now, focused.
No, yeah, definitely. You know, we're kind of on the downhill stage of the season. It's going to go by fast, and everybody's fighting and clawing to get into that playoff spot, into those playoff spots, and you know, it's going to be a fun ride. You know, we obviously need to step our game up, but we're in that spot right now, and you know, we're going to fight to stay there. And as everyone, I mean, you can always improve, and everybody's gonna bring a guy in here, bring a guy in there, wherever. You know, if they can get a guy that they think's gonna help, they're gonna do it. So I think that's why you see guys starting to come into the league late.
And it's interesting, you know, we mentioned Edinburgh have had their troubles here, but a huge win for them against Manchester Storm that very next night after they had success here. They're not to be taken lightly. And yet with more and more games against Dundee, it's going to be a really interesting rivalry that's developing with these 2 teams in the run-up to the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely. You know, obviously we play those 2 teams a lot, and you know, Edinburgh's a tough team to play against. They do have some firepower in their top lines, and you know they can score goals. So I mean, up for them to beat Manchester, you know, they right after Manchester came in here and beat us. I mean, it proves that you can't take any team lightly in this league, and you have to play every night, and it's got to be a 60 minutes, as we've learned far too often here. So you know, you can't take anybody lightly, and we need to be ready to play on Saturday.
Well, an exciting run-in. Hopefully more performances like Sunday for yourself.
Yeah, definitely. I'll take that whenever I can.
Thank you very much, Jacob. Cheers.
Thank you.